This isn't a joke, it isn't a movie scene. A real prisoner once escaped jail using nothing but soap, patience, and human stupidity. May 8, 1902, Mount Pelée exploded and erased an entire city in minutes. Saint-Pierre, Martinique, known as the Paris of the West Indies, vanished under a pyroclastic flow. One man survived the deadliest volcanic eruption of the 20th century because he was locked in prison. A massive pyroclastic flow, a wall of superheated gas and ash screaming down the mountain at over 400 miles per hour, moving faster than a bullet train, obliterated the city of Saint-Pierre in under 3 minutes. Nearly 30,000 people were incinerated instantly, buildings melted, the ocean boiled, the entire city was erased, but underground in a tiny stone cell, Silbaris sat waiting. He had been arrested days earlier after a bar fight and thrown into solitary confinement. His cell was small, dark, partially buried, and had only one narrow slit for air. When the pyroclastic flow hit, the thick walls absorbed the blast. The tiny opening limited the deadly gases that flooded the city above. He was severely burned and barely conscious, but alive. Rescue teams found him 4 days later, the sole survivor in a city of ghosts. His story made headlines across the world, but what happened next is even wilder. A year later, Silbaris was transferred to another prison. Reports say he was difficult to manage, so he did what any legend would do. He escaped using a bar of soap. He carved an impression of the lock's key, let it harden, and picked his way out. Eventually, he was hired by the Barnum and Bailey Circus and toured the globe as the man who lived through the volcano. He became a living exhibit, telling his story to packed crowds. The guy who cheated death twice, once by fate, once by soap, became one of the most famous survivors in history.